Hello friends. So in the earlier part, we have discussed about Gandhiji's views on village reconstruction. We also, took a small overview of what Baba Sahib Ambedkar also has mentioned. Now in this particular part, we will be discussing about what Rabindranath Tagore has said or he has done with regards to rural development. So Rabindranath Tagore emphasized rural reconstruction through villagers' cooperation and unity using available resources effectively. His vision involved the revitalization of villages solely through their own endeavors and the judicious use of resources, with the aim of alleviating the hardships faced by villagers in a way that empowered them to become self-sufficient. In Tagore's vision, social workers would offer villagers their expertise and provide them with the suitable technology to enhance their capabilities. Grassroots organizations were encouraged for active participation, like Village Development Society, VDS they were known as, were set up in nearby villages. And Pali Sangatana Vibhag, it is actually Pali Sangatana Vibhag, PSV, implemented rural development programs through them. Tagore envisioned empowering villagers by helping them tap into their own resources and inner strength. His followers guided rural residents near Sriniketan to become self-reliant problem solvers. Villagers responded enthusiastically, forming cooperative village organizations to tackle shared issues. Through these efforts, they grasped the importance of Tagore's mission and achieved self-sufficiency. Sriniketan workers provided guidance and support from the outside, allowing the rural people to take the lead in all aspects of rural reconstruction activities. Together, they successfully addressed health issues such as malaria, which was part of their broader initiative to improve health and sanitation conditions in the region. This collaborative approach exemplified Tagore's vision of empowering rural communities to take charge of their own development. Tagore stressed education's role in rural empowerment. It was so important. He aimed to eradicate ignorance and superstitions, believing that basic education and literacy were key components in improving their living standards, a view shared by economists Amartya Sen and others as well. He established various educational programs like night schools, day schools, and libraries to combat ignorance and superstitions. Awareness programs improved villagers' lives and they actively engaged under Sri Niketan's guidance, aligning with Tagore's noble vision. Tagore aimed for self-reliant rural economies, emphasizing agriculture. His goal was to modernize Indian agriculture using advanced technology and science. Tagore pioneered the establishment of the country's first agriculture faculty at Sriniketan. During his time, local farmers received valuable training to enhance self-sufficiency. Villagers formed agriculture cooperative organizations to address various agriculture challenges. Fisheries and animal husbandry initiatives were introduced to strengthen the local economy. Rural residents actively engaged, guided by valuable insights and practical knowledge from experimental fields. During Tagore's time, rural industries were stressed alongside agriculture for economic self-reliance. Sriniketan provided training in these industries involving village youth. Tagore understood that agriculture alone wasn't enough, so he introduced various village industries to ease rural hardships, aiming to free villagers from British colonial oppression. Tagore urged youth to eradicate rural suffering and establish the Bharati organization to nurture leadership skills among them. He saw village boys and girls as future leaders, emphasizing their training and knowledge about local issues and solutions. They actively joined rural development programs guided by Sri Niketan. Tagore also formed the Mahila Samiti to empower women in the village. During his era, both Brathi organizations and the Mahila Samitis were popular youth groups. Tagore had faith in people's collective power to rebuild rural communities. He applied this belief successfully on his estate at Shanti Niketan. His ultimate aim was to liberate the country from servitude. As expressed in a 1930 letter, he says that I have realized very well that our great objective has to be implemented at Sri Niketan. It is our mission to demonstrate how, through these efforts, even if in a small way, the entire country can be saved. Villages thrived under Sri Niketan's capable guidance during Tagore's era. There were a lot of challenges. Some of the challenges were in the villages around Sri Niketan, several challenges hinder the implementation of Tagore's rural reconstruction vision. One of the challenges was villagers are often they were unaware of Tagore's ideas on rural development. This was the biggest challenge. Then, due to changing conditions of the country, the villagers had become rather self-centered who tried to safeguard their personal interest. The influences of different political parties were creating obstructions in the way of cooperation among villagers with one another for their vested interest. This was so unfortunate. Also, there was another challenge. Villagers were not being taken into confidence by the various outside development agencies. They were just doing their work. This is contradictory to Tagore's idea. Tagore's idea was that the villagers have to be taken into confidence, but it was not happening. The agencies used to impose their development blueprints on the villagers, often unwarrantedly. Then there was the issue of there was no proper attention and emphasis was not being given on a focused development of the villagers to make them socio-economically independent. Then developmental programs were being formulated at the top of the administration and the administrator were intervening too much into those programs. That was also an issue that was faced back in that time. The power politics of panchayat was one of the hurdles for implementation of developmental programs in the villages. The villagers were hardly being consulted regarding the development of the concerned villages themselves, while a large portion of fund was provided by the government. Thus, villagers used to rely heavily on external agencies, contrary to Tagore's vision. Indeed, if these institutions like PSV and VDS fully embrace Tagore's ideas, there is no need to worry about the challenges. PSV has the potential to implement developmental programs in a way that can lead the adopted villages of Sri Niketan towards self-reliance in the near future. It is essential to recall Tagore's guidance to his followers in this context. He said, "My desire is that the mission you have embarked upon may turn into a worthy creative work. You people will feel it entirely, your sense of freedom and responsibility. When the structure is built up, you will find a reflection of your own mission in it. I have only provided you with an area to work with. You will get me as a co-worker if you want my assistance in some subjects. O hero, O the dauntless, victory will be yours, yours and yours only." Dear friends, towards the end of this particular part, you have been given one activity which says prepare a mind map about Tagore's thoughts on village development, and you are supposed to post it on the discussion forum. We have come to the end of this particular part. Thank you very much.